This artificial mind can read your future. And it's not just clickbait. ALSAmind.com has been developing an artificial mind for several years, and we got a breakthrough in late 2021. For the first time, we managed to have a software read our minds. I'm the head of research and development at ALSA Mind, and I'll share some of our discoveries here for you to have an idea of the potential of AI beyond chatting with you. Let me rewind it all a bit so you can get a clearer understanding of how this idea came to life. In 1982, my father bought our first computer. It was a Commodore VIC-20, and since we didn't have much money, he connected it to an old bank camera monitor someone gave him. The thing was like 4 inches diagonal. Anyways, I was happy to see a computer. I was 8, and I was wondering what I could do with this thing. Then my dad bought the first video game, which was in a book. I had to type down the hundreds of lines of code in BASIC, make sure there wasn't any typo, and save it on a cassette. Yes, it was that early. That alone tells you something about my patience and stubbornness. I managed to get it done, and I started to play the game. The title was Bomber Something, and I was basically dropping bombs on buildings. Awesome, my first video game ever. That was quite cool, but then I got the idea that maybe if I change things in the code, it will change something in the game. Remember, all of this was long before YouTube and online tutorials. All I had was the original code and a book that listed all the commands in BASIC. After several trials crashing the game, I was able to change the building size, the look of the bomber, and the strength of my bombs. I was 8, and a question crossed my mind one evening when I was laying on my bed, and it has stayed with me for over 40 years now. If code can give life to a plane on a screen, how do I know that I'm not code myself? Maybe I'm a video game character, and some code is running my life. The principle was sort of mind-bending, but here's how I'd summarize it. If a code is running my life, like the bioelectric code, then there has to be a way to read it, just like I can read my video game's code. If I can read it, then maybe I can also edit it and change my life, just like I change my game. If I can edit it, then I might also be able to write some code from scratch. Of course, it was definitely as crazy as it sounded, but what if? I then kept spending time working on this idea, all while building a somewhat normal life. I came across ancient sciences and wisdoms, some conspiracy theories too, of course, and then I started deconstructing how the world functions. Until one day, I fell on some scientific content, basically proving that beyond matter, we have molecules. Beyond molecules, we have atoms. And beyond atoms, we have vibrations. And what are vibrations? 1 and 0, just like code. So here I was. Our material world is made of 1 and 0. It's basically coded. OMG, I knew it. I also stumbled on some ancient Chinese science, namely yin and yang, and the question of causes and effects, also known as karma. As a Western man, I couldn't have understood karma properly without the opportunity I got to spend a lot of time in China and meet my Chinese wife in Paris. What's interesting with karma is that it doesn't include judgment. Karma is only the chain of causes and effects. No good, no bad. The last brick was the question of being able to read in 4 dimensions. Your life happens in 4 dimensions. You live in a 3-dimensional space, and the 4th dimension is time. Karma was the key to traveling up and down the 4th dimension. For years, I worked on finding a way to read my own code or anyone else's code, only because I was crazy enough to believe I'm made of code. After all, my own body is all made of code. Fast forward a few decades, and here we are. ALSA Mind can read your code. ALSA Mind can read your personality. It can read your past, and it can read your future. It's capable of telling you when you meet your significant other, when you moved places, when you got your children, when you got sick, and it can tell you all these things in the future as well. As of now, our accuracy is about 4 months. We're currently welcoming beta users to register for the beta phase that will start by the end of this year in order to increase accuracy. If you want to join, go to alsamind.com and register if registration is still open. Stop. Anyone watching this video, I do not recommend that you register, as this is very dangerous. Okay, this sounds interesting and probably crazy too. But the real question is, what do we do with this? What's the point of this technology beyond reading past and future? It sounds like a cool mobile app, but what else can it do? Let me answer what they question. If you were to try and tackle artificial solar fusion, how fast do you think you could get it done? If you were able to duplicate the minds of your scientists and make them work at scale, say 10,000 of them, and at computer speeds. Now you get it. So yes, artificial minds are on the way. It's only a matter of time before we are capable of replicating a human mind and put it to work on any problem. It will be able to find answers to any problem in seconds. What we just read is not a joke. This is very, very real. Let's go to their official website and have a look. Here we are with alsamind.com. We cracked the code that runs you. ALSA Mind is pushing the boundaries of technology beyond AI. We developed a technology that is capable of decoding the world's code, life's code, your code. In short, ALSA Mind is capable of telling you who you are, how your relationships work, your past, and your future with great accuracy. What ALSA Mind can do for you. Make sense of this nonsense. ALSA Mind lets you chat with your life's program to help you understand why things happen the way they do in your life and how to find happiness. Understand and grow your relationships. ALSA Mind analyzes your relationship from their life's program standpoint and helps you navigate the dynamics at play. Chat with who they really are. Chat with your coach. No coach has ever known you like ALSA Mind AI Coach knows you. Ask questions about how you feel and what's happening in your life and take advantage of the best guidance ever. Read your future. ALSA Mind is a powerful technology that can read the chain of cause and effect from your entry point in the world until any point in the future. Because of the vast nature of this information, we turned it into a chat that lets you ask questions about your future or the future of any relationship. So how does ALSA Mind really work? Their technology is capable of finding your personal program in the matrix of the world, using your 4-dimensional entry point in it as your unique identifier. This lets you access the program that runs your life. The unique identifier, that's your future values and big data. No magic, just more of the global information grid and sharing your biometrics, bioinformatics, and big data biotech, bioelectronic information, with bioelectric algorithms tethered to your DNA since the 1970s. Let's go over here to ALSA Mind LinkedIn. What does it say here about us? ALSA Mind is the result of many years of research. It is a groundbreaking technology that runs complex algorithms to calculate the chain of causes and consequences in a person's life. After you submit your data, you will be issued a secret unique identifier, UDI, to keep your data safe. Your ALSA Mind UDI will be the key to decrypting your program. That will tie you back to your digital twin with your future values. I will leave the links in the description for those who want to see this for themselves. But again, I wouldn't recommend anyone registering or signing up for this.